has like such voluminous hair. And I really want to just get her bangs. They look so pretty. And I really like, I always love side swept bangs. I had them for the longest time, but these kind of grew out. So it might be time to make a hair appointment because I really like, I mean, I just clipped this up, right? But this looks really good. Okay, but look at this glowy base. I tested out a lot of new makeup, new to me. Tried out the Hourglass foundation, a drugstore concealer, because I didn't realize I didn't have any drugstore concealers, but I tried this out. I have like an old favorite in here, and then I finally grabbed this. I was going back and forth with getting it, but I just ended up getting it, and I'm glad I did, and it came together so well. I'm really excited to try more looks with this, but this is such an easy look to do. If you want to know how I did it, just keep on watching. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Start by putting my hair back. I'm testing out a whole bunch of new products, so let's just dive right into it. Start with my base first today, and I got this Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I'm super excited to try this. I have the shade 6.5. I tried to do my best while trying to match in Sephora, because the Sephora I go to is usually like super busy, and it's super hard to find someone to help. So let's see how this works out. I'm gonna go in with like a lighter hand and just kind of spread it around all over my face. I'm gonna try to avoid my eyebrows. Yesterday I got a whole bunch of foundation in my eyebrows, and it wasn't fun. I wonder if I did a good job. Let's see. Okay, go ahead. I'm just using my flat dense brush. I'm just gonna buff it in. Okay. Ooh, this is supposed to be like a glowy foundation, so we'll see. I don't like dewy foundations, but I will go for a glowy foundation now. Okay. This is a little tanner than me, but let's see. I just hope it doesn't oxidize. If it oxidizes, it's not gonna work out. I'm worried it might oxidize. Just from like where I put my foundation on my face, I was seeing some edges that looked more orange. Oh, yeah. Let's see. We'll give it some time. This could be a good summer foundation, but the undertones of the lighter shades just it didn't look right. But since I now realize this kind of oxidized a little bit, might try it again. But it looks beautiful though. I mean, it has a very soft matte, well, it's like a satin finish, but it's really light. I really like it. And I used about a pump of this. I've been loving the Hourglass concealer, but it is pricey, so I need to try a couple of drugstore concealers. So if you have a favorite, let me know. But I grabbed this one. This is from L'Oreal. It's the Infallible one, and apparently this is really high coverage. I grabbed the shade 345 Oatmeal. And that kind of gives me the hope that this shade, like this is kind of similar to the shade Oat that I have from Hourglass. Okay. I'll use this to prime my lid too today. Okay, and then I'll use my fluffy brush and get everything blended in. I almost couldn't find this brush and I almost cried. This is my favorite brush right now for blending out my concealer. Oh, I love this brush. And this one, I usually use the one from AOA Studio. This one, it's the high def brush. I really love this one. It's nice and fluffy, but I switched to something that has a little bit more denseness to it, and I love it so much. Okay, I think this might have a little bit of a peachier undertone than the Hourglass one, but let's see. I'm not really going for a crazy amount of coverage. I'm really going for brightening, so I probably shouldn't have applied this much, but it's okay. I typically do my eyes first and then my base because I do more full glam, like heavy eyeshadow looks where I might get fallout. So then I can just kind of wipe it away before starting my base. But today's look, I really want to sculpt, like even after applying my eyeshadow. So I'm starting off with this base, and my eyeshadow is pretty light today, so I shouldn't get too much fallout till where it's like a problem. Okay. Ooh, I did apply a bit much. It's okay. I'm gonna set around my eyes with the Mercier translucent powder, and I wonder if this is a different one. No, it's just the translucent loose setting powder. Yeah, it's in the shade translucent. And I'm gonna use my triangle puff here and just set around my eyes. Yeah, this setting powder is beautiful. This was one of my favorites, but it was just so pricey, and like doing my makeup so often, you really do go through these products so fast. So I switched to a couple other options, but I found this on a really good deal. So here I am. My viewfinder, my concealer looks atrocious, so I'm really hoping it looks like real life, where my face actually looks pretty nice. Next, I'll go and frame my face with my brows. And I usually just fill in these sparse areas like my front and the top of my brow arch right here. And she has very like full and thick brows, so I'm gonna fill my brows in a little thicker. And also like doing my base first around my eyebrows will kind of make sure I don't lose like the volume and thickness I'm gonna draw on right here, because after I do my eyebrows, sometimes I'll accidentally brush my brows with the foundation brush and I'll lose a bit of it, or it will smudge, so this kind of helps. I'm going to use the other side. I'm not going to use a brow gel or anything to glue my brows down. She has very thick but fluffy brows, so I'm going to try to maintain that fluffiness. I'm trying not to smudge, since I did use a lot of brow pencil. I don't want to smudge it out, so I'm trying to be careful, making sure I don't take it too far. But I'm gonna try to blend this in the front. Okay, looks good. I usually record with my phone and I really need to see the reference photos, so I grabbed my husband's phones and just to look at Sabrina's face. She's so beautiful. She has a very soft and light eye, and I'm gonna use, I'm so excited about this. This is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals palette. I have wanted this for a long time and I was like on and off about it, but I just did it. I was like, it's a great palette and I love my neutrals and cool tones. And this is just such a beautiful palette. So here's me trying this today. Actually, nice and zoomed in. I almost forgot to do that, but I took like these first two shadows and I pretty much sweeped it like on the inner corner right here with a really big fluffy brush and a little under my arch right here. I already have a pretty light base, so I don't really need to do as much all over the lid. But if you don't have a light enough base like this, you might want to sweep this all over the lid. But I really want to build the color in the corner right here too. Like a bit of like a pinky hue in her crease. So I'm actually going to use a denser brush like this. This is typically what I use to like contour my like nose. But I'm going to dip into this pink like mauve shade. I'm going to use this to get a little bit of my crease started. Yep. Oh, that's really pretty. Yeah. And using a brush like this will really help just focus in here. And I'm going in, like this is a really dense brush, so I'm just going over gently over my eyes so I'm not dragging my eyelid skin. Yeah, that looks perfect. Yeah, that's so pretty. I love the butteriness I'm getting from Makeup by Mario. I'm gonna use my blending brush just to blend it out a little bit, but I do want to just keep it pretty much focused on where it is right now. Okay, now I'm gonna take a crease brush and I'm gonna use this shade right here because this is a more cooler tone taupey brown. I'm just gonna deepen that crease just a little bit more, and I'm taking just a little bit so I can build it up. Yeah. And I almost don't want it to touch like my outer V right here, just in the crease for a little bit more depth. Yeah, I don't even want to blend it out too much. That literally looks good right there. Now she does have a bit of shadow kind of like winging it out, but from the crease. So I'm gonna pull a little bit of shadow this way. And I'm not bringing any more new shadow onto the brush. Just using what I have on here. This does have a lot of nice blend, especially since I'm not using that much product. I kind of drag the shadow out here. Okay, I think that pretty much is good for the eyeshadow. I take that same brush again in that taupe brown shade and smoke out a little bit of my like the bottom lash line, waterline. I never can speak right when I speak correctly when I start recording. I swear I can speak English really well. Oh. Sabrina does look like she has black liner on her waterline, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Maybe I'll just do it on the bottom lash line, or the bottom one, and not on the top, and see what happens. Sabrina always has like a nice little wing, so I'm gonna use a felt tip eyeliner, and I'll go ahead and line my eyes. For this look specifically, she doesn't really have like a big wing or anything, so I'm gonna just do a little wing right here. And I am not the best at drawing wings on me. On other people, I can draw it like fantastically, but when it comes to me, I don't know. Oh, Jesus. One of the things I'll do if I'm having trouble creating like a nice wing is while this is wet, I'll use a dense brush like this that's like flat at the top and just do a little pull. That, or I'll use like a Q-tip with some makeup remover and just swipe. So this is with and without eyeliner. The eyeliner is done and I do like it. And Sabrina has very like natural looking lashes. She has like very doll-like lashes, but it doesn't seem like she has like false lashes applied on. So I'm just going to use my favorite mascara. Now this is almost out. I might have to use two different ones. This is applying a whole lot of nothing onto my lashes. So I think I just straight up have to, this is done. I have another one of these upstairs, but I'm not about to walk upstairs for a mascara. Switching to Estée Lauder. This is the Sumptuous Extreme Lashes. I didn't like this for like the longest time, but I'm giving it a second chance and I feel like I like it more now. It's just this brush. Like, I don't know if I bent it and it looks like that, or if it's supposed to look like this. Like, I don't know, maybe it was intentional. Yeah, this mascara is nice, but the brush just isn't giving me any separation. Like, it looks like my lashes are clumping together. But honestly, she has very like the star doll-like lashes, so it works for this look, but this isn't a mascara that I would really recommend. But it's something I have and I want to use it up. It's not like a bad mascara, but it's just not something I would usually pick out. Okay, I have mascara on both lashes. I did use the brush from the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara just to get a little bit more separation on my lashes, but I think I honestly might just, I don't know, I'll try later. Sabrina is very, very chiseled. She has very sharp features, and I don't have that, but I can try to mimic it. So I'm gonna go in with my SoftSculpt shaping stick from Makeup by Mario, and I use the shade light to medium to start sculpting. This, like when it comes to sculpting and contouring, you want to use cool toned products. And this is, I think, the coolest tone that I do have right now. So, I mean, I do have a contour stick, but it looks like completely gray on me. And I don't really want to pull that out, but I'm trying to bring definition to my nose. She has a very, very sharp nose. I'm trying to mimic that. I'm not going to blend it out too much. I want to keep the contour pretty much where it is. And that's why I'm using a brush these days. I'm just really liking how it gives me a bit more definition, so I don't have to blend it out that much. And then I'm gonna go in with basically the face version of that brush and give me some cheekbones. She has such beautiful cheekbones. I'm actually gonna do it out here. Let's see what this looks like. And blend it up. Ooh, okay. I I have like a dip in my cheeks right here just from losing a whole bunch of weight. I like that. Okay. Yeah. I'm going very subtle. She has like a very light base happening. I'm trying not to look too heavy, but I'm looking straight ahead into the mirror with like this direct light in front of me. I'm just trying to chisel my cheeks out a little bit. And I'm only carrying it upwards. I don't want to carry this downwards. Ooh, okay. I like that. And this foundation being a little bit tanner than me, I feel like helps blend this in. I don't know, I really like the foundation. That has like a nice, slightly glowy set to it. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna blend it out this way. Ooh, okay. And I'll use whatever I have right here just to give my chin a little bit of definition. Just a little. Sabrina has absolutely beautiful, like a dewy pink blush. And I think this is gonna be a pretty close match. This is the Nudestix Nudies Matte Luxe in Nude Buff. This is a very muted shade, so that's why I think this is gonna work well, because her makeup just looks like it's like all melted together. And she always goes heavy with her blush. So even this is like a more muted look on her, she still has a lot on. So I'll do that, and I'm gonna use my stippling brush, and I'm just gonna blend this out. I really wish I had the shade She's Seductive from Patrick Ta, like those blush duos. I have one that's like She Goes to the Gym, I think, and I really do love it, but this look really looks like She's Seductive, like that type of tone. It's like a beige muted blush. She normally has a very, like a very pinky blush, but this one's more muted, and she's so beautiful. I literally saw her like yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. And like her makeup always just looks so beautiful. Whoever does her makeup, I need to find out who did that and see what products they used. Okay, okay, I'm not gonna put blush on my nose. I normally do put blush on my nose, but I'm not going to because her nose doesn't look like it has any blush on it. Okay, really pretty. She has like a true neutral, like medium light tone liner, but I have a pretty dark outer lip line, so that shade really won't look as good on me. So on me, I will need something a little deeper, and I grabbed NYX Nutmeg. I'm hoping this isn't too warm. I'll go ahead and line my lips. I'm going to shade in a good bit of my lips as well, because the shade I have for my lipstick is pretty light. I am gonna overline my lips a little bit because she has like a very full lip, and you can tell it's overlined a bit, so I'm gonna go a little. I normally don't overline my lips, but let's see. I think the lips are good. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a little cooler toned, but it's okay, we can make it work. Now the lipstick I chose is Pillow Talk Fair. I'm just gonna use this just in the center and like blend it out a little bit at a time. Let's see. That's pretty. This looks a bit pinker than what she has going on. Would this work? No, that's even more pink. Okay, I'm gonna use this liner and blend it in. But I'm not gonna blend this lipstick all the way out to my the corners of my lips. Yeah, I think this version of the lip works for me because of my natural outer lip line color. I think that's it for the makeup. I don't even want to set the rest of my face. Okay, maybe just like right here, because I really don't like when I have shine right in between my brows. But she has a very dewy, glowy base, so I'm not going to set the rest of my face. I did set underneath my eyes so I don't get creasing. But that's pretty much it. I do want to bronze a little bit. This is from Pat McGrath. It's the Skinfetish Devine bronzer in Naked Desire, and I'm just gonna place it. Like, I don't want to blur out the contour that I have on. I really like the definition I'm giving, so I'm just gonna gently pat on a little bit, but I don't want it to get too warm. I really like how the base looks right now, but I always like to bronze my forehead, just out of habit at this point. And I do want to keep the luminous finish, so I don't want to put the bronzer like everywhere. But I'm putting it slightly higher than where I put the contour. That's it. Yep. I guess this is the finished look. What do you guys think? Do I look like I can sing Espresso? I like my makeup.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very summery.
Oh,
I tried out a lot. So this is the Hourglass foundation. It's really pretty.
Nice. I like it.
Thank you.
I like the bangs.
I know. I'm gonna comb my hair after this. Okay. I pinned my bangs, or like the front part of my hair, my overgrown bangs, like this to give like a more Sabrina Carpenter vibe, and I like it. Time for me to schedule a hair appointment because this actually looks really good. I have like flyaways everywhere. I don't have hair breakage. I have a lot of postpartum baby hairs growing throughout my head. That's why I have like lots of little hairs, all different sizes around my head. Do I look like Sabrina Carpenter? This is so silly, but yeah, I really like how this looks. This foundation still might be a little bit warm for me, but this might work out during the summer. It's probably fine. I'll probably hang on to this and buy another lighter shade, but I really like the finish of this. It's really light, very, very light. I thought this was like when I was swatching in Sephora, I thought this was gonna be a really heavy foundation and it was gonna look greasy. But it has like a nice, soft, dewy finish. I really don't like any dewy foundations. So this is probably the maximum amount of dewy I would go for. If you liked my video, give this a thumbs up and subscribe, and follow me on TikTok and Instagram where I upload multiple times throughout the day, and I'll post like my daily get ready with me videos, plus mini little product reviews here and there. So if you enjoy that, follow me on there in those platforms. But otherwise, I do upload 3 times a week for longer length YouTube videos. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm on SNL and you're not.